Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Figuratively Speaking. Tonight, or today, whatever your time zone may be, I'm going to be discussing Masters of the WWE. Finishing the line, completing the line, now that I have every piece to that line, and the bittersweet end of collecting and completing a line. However, there's a bright end to completing that line, and that is WWE Superstars, which is made in the same fashion and form as Mo2, as well as Masters of the WWE. With that being said, let's go.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with...
And so, now that the intro's done over, welcome to video number 2 of my return after several months not being able to do anything with my channel. I hope y'all really enjoy this. I'm first going to go off with, of course, my favorite of wrestlers. Well, one of my favorite of wrestlers, should I say. I can't say my favorite anymore because I have too many that are favorites. But this is my childhood superhero at first. And, of course, that's Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan is represented here very, very nicely. Even though it's Hulk Hogan, we all know that that's the He-Man symbol on here, and that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the fact that he's got the rips in the back of his vest here, shirt here. I find it kind of funny that his little headroom, as you pop it off, there he is, in his balding glory. But I do love the helmet. Or whatever this is supposed to be. I guess it's supposed to be a helmet. It's pretty cool. I dig the red axe. But of course, you know, it's Hogan's true colors, red and yellow. What an adventure he has had in the world of professional wrestling. I really do love the head sculpt. It definitely looks like Hogan in every way, shape, fashion, and form. I guess if you wanted to, you could give him the little blackish beard here and color in the mustache a little bit. You'd have the NWO black and white Hogan. Either way would be cool. His vest does come off, which I really like also because that means he's just even more customizable. Maybe put this on someone else. This is actually pretty thick for a chest plate of armor, which I find a little bit surprising, but of course he's got that He-Man buck for Origins, and I love that. Nothing too much as far as the figure line it goes itself. He is very, 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 very nicely constructed. I still do love this axe. In order to complete this line, I had to get a second Rattlesnake Mountain ring. And for doing so with that, I got these last two figures for my line. I couldn't see spending about the same amount that I spent for the ring and these two figures for just two figures alone. I couldn't justify that, so I had to buy the whole thing, and I got it at a really decent price, and I even talked the seller down from what he had it listed as, he or her, and it worked in my favor. And it worked in their favor too, because they got to sell the item they were trying to sell. Hulk Hogan. What an icon, and yet what a mess Hogan has been in the years of wrestling. From the we don't use steroids to the whatever else has come through down the line to give the WWE somewhat of a distasteful color, and that's not on just Hogan. That's on the entire entity of WWE, at the time WWF. But what a ride, right? We lost some pretty good wrestlers the past couple of weeks. Terry Funk passed away. Rest in peace, brother. Bray Wyatt as well passed away. Again, our hearts and condolences go to the families. And rest in peace again, brother. Bray Wyatt, as far as his accolade to what he brought to wrestling, I'll have to admit, I was skeptical of Bray Wyatt when I first seen his intro to WWE when he brought in the Wyatt family. Cool, but I was still skeptical. I think what disheartened me was at WrestleMania when Bray Wyatt was not handed the torch by The Undertaker. Instead, it was given to Brock Lesnar, who destroyed the streak. I think that was a bad play on behalf of WWE. Bray Wyatt should have been given that torch. And I definitely agree with that. And I know there's a lot of people that would agree with me on that as well. Nonetheless, on back to Rattlesnake Mountain, He-Man, Hulk Hogan, and this guy right here, Stone Cold Steve Austin, with the double vipers on each arm. What I want to really pay close attention to is the detail in the face on Stone Cold Steve Austin, who I also think was given a raw deal way back when he first walked away from WWE. They didn't utilize his talent the way they should, which they have done with a lot of wrestlers. But nonetheless, look at the eyes in particular. He isn't known as the rattlesnake for no reason. He is the Texas rattlesnake. He's got the snake eyes. That might, no, that's still foggy. I can't get my camera to focus. There we go, that's better. Those ominous eyes. That is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love this head sculpt. I love how they did the eyes. I love how they did the entire repertoire of this figure. They kept it very true. I love the snake gauntlets. Is the mouths are articulable as well. They open, they close. Very, very nice. Absolutely love that. Not necessarily a weapon if you want to say it's not a weapon, because it's really not, but it's still very cool, intricate design for what it is. Stone Cold Steve Austin, as you can tell on the front, you've got Austin. You've got the rattlesnake in the front, but I really love the back. The rattlesnake. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And of course, he's got all the articulation of origins, just like all the others. I particularly love this figure because Stone Cold is back in the Attitude Era. He is the man that everybody wanted to be. Everybody wanted to just go up and kick their boss in the stomach, grab him by his head, put him in that move, and just let it drop. He was always constantly in McMahon's face. Fuck you, dude. And it didn't matter who it was. It didn't have to be just McMahon. It could have been anybody that disagreed with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I love the way that he did that because he brought a realism, like many have done in the past. He brought a realism to wrestling, and the Attitude Era would not have been the same without him. I wanted to point out this tattoo on his left leg, which is the state of Texas with Longhorns. And that is a really cool tattoo on his arm, or excuse me, on his leg. Forgetting what body parts or what today. There's not a whole lot that I can say about these that I haven't said about any of the other figures, with the exception that this is now the end of me collecting Masters of the WWE universe, because there's nothing else out there left for me to collect with it. Now comes, which I will eventually get into. I'm not going to do it right away, as I just started getting into G.I. Joe Classifieds now. I'm still stuck in Origins and Masterverse, like most of us. there's still so much out there that I want to collect, and I know I'm not going to be able to collect it all, and I've got to slow down, as so my woman has already told me. I got to slow down on my collection because I got to make sure I have a place for everything and everything in its place. Her words, and I will follow that because she is right. I love how these go. These snakes go on his arms. I think I could use these on something else that I want to do, but I found just the snake gauntlets on eBay, Evil Bay, whatever you want to call it, a couple days ago, and I can't justify the cost of just the snakes. So they'll stay where they are until the seller either gets something to click up here that says these aren't worth $80 by themselves. And if not, well, he finds a sucker to pay $80 for 2 plastic snake pieces. Cool. And if not, I'll wait. Patience is the key. I have a impulse issue, so when I see it and it's something that I really, really want, I become very impulsive, and I'll grab it, or I'll if I have the lady in the house with me, she'll ask me 3 specific questions. Where are you going to put it? Are you going to actually be able to truly afford it right now? Making sure that no surprises seem to come up. And then if we need the money to do something, will we have that money if I pay for this now? The third and final question is, do I really need it? And of course, the answer to the final question is, it's not something I need. It's something that I want. Certain action figures, certain characters, certain toys become a necessity. Not a life or death necessity, become a necessity because of the memories, because of the nostalgia. Maybe it was something I had, maybe it was something I didn't have. And now that I'm an adult, I should be able to get that. However, that's not always the case. I've missed out on several things just because I didn't have the means at the time. But then when I did have the means to get it, the next time I might have paid a little bit more for it. I may have paid more than I should have for it. But at the end of the day, I have it, and it's something I'm going to enjoy. Specifically with the G.I. Joe classifieds, no, I'm not going to complete that line. One, there's just too many out there at this point for me to start trying to heavily collect every piece of G.I. Joe classifieds. What I have found myself doing is I have an attachment to certain characters, and most of my attachment to characters in the G.I. Joe line are actually Cobra. Again, my favorite character for the good evil side, in which Destro is neither good nor evil. He's just a man trying to make it through the world, selling to both conglomerates, and may the best faction win. Again, last night I did a video that I dropped on Destro. Check it out. I was also on Bill's channel, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, where I also hosted the show last night on that. Go check that out. Go give Bill a like, a follow, and subscribe to his channel. There's a lot of great content out there. It's pretty easy to find, and if you can't find it, we're all out here. So just look. You'll find some people that you can really get into with their channels. Really, so now the end of the line of Masters of the WWE Universe. That's that. So now it's on to some certain others. Now there's WWE superstars now at this point. There's only certain figures in there that I'm going to collect, and that is figures that did not come out in the WWE, the Masters of the WWE. So what figures I do have now, I'm going for more of that Renaissance now, as far as my wrestling collection. So I'll be looking for Kane and Typhoon, Earthquake. I do believe they made one of him. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. You know, the possibilities are endless with this. And they are really, really cool figures. They decided to do soft goods with those. And who doesn't love soft goods? Especially if the soft goods are made very, very well. So, again, the ending of the Masters of the Universe, Masters of the WWE Universe. It's a bittersweet end, but I couldn't have ended it better, I don't think, just by able to completing the line and being able to do something special with the parts that I don't need as far as the other ring. I've already sent that out to somebody. And of course, at the end of the day, I hope they really, really enjoy it. I don't know what else to say as far as this. This is, again, bittersweet. All the characters that came from Masters of the WWE, all of them sit right there in between two rings, the Gray Skull ring and Snake Mountain ring. There is 30 in all, I do believe, in fact, including the two that came with Gray Skull.
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.